way to Seaward. And this is a beautiful place, beautiful.
Not going to your seats today, feel free to roam around the vessel as you wish. In those same back hallways there are bathrooms. There's two on the porch or left side of the boat. There's one on the starboard or right side of the boat. Well, if those you need attention, feel free to let me know. I'll have you back here taking care of that.
How this rushing water can carve out channels along the mountains. They're carving out what we call V-shaped valleys. Now here's a very distinct V-shaped valley there. If you need help, oh man, that guy is gushing. I swear I've not seen it going that hard or that fast all summer. So we are really in for a treat with these waterfalls. But again, they're carving out those V-shaped valleys. So they have a very narrow and tight bottom at the end of that valley with a very open and broad mouth. Now our guardians, our glaciers also have the ability to affect change across the mountains. But they are very slowly tinkering away at the mountains here. They've been working for tens of thousands of years, so they've had a lot more time to be patient, to slowly but surely work and reshape the mountains here. So our glaciers are going to carve out what we call U-shaped valleys. Now U's, V's, they look the same, especially if you're riding quickly. So what exactly does that mean? Well, that means we have the high walls of the Kenai as well as the Chugach Mountains as the post of our U. And there's a very flat bottom underneath us here on the lake. Because we are in fact in a U-shaped valley right now that was carved out by Portage Glacier. Now that also means that this lake here gets very deep quite quickly. I have not seen them gushing like this since the beginning of the summer. Now this might be a great time to step just on the back of the boat where you can get some photos without all the raindrops. Maybe even grab a longer jacket and see how windy and gusty it is outside because these waterfalls are rushing. Alright, well I think Captain Nat deserves a round of applause because did you get that? We're very excited down here. Now while we're backing away from this waterfall, let's also take a peek back at the rocks we're seeing. Here we see gray rock, which is what most of the Kenai Mountains as well as the Chugach Mountains are comprised of. And that's a weak sedimentary rock called gray wacky. Now some of us might have noticed those great fans behind that waterfall, but the water again is gushing today, so it's a little easier to miss those. But those white fans in the gray wacky rock are called quartz veins or quartz centurions. We got a great example of that right here. We've got white rock in the middle. It's caused by activity, and water shoots up into that gray wacky rock and expands creates curves and fissures. Now the last mineral to dissolve in water is going to be that quartz. So as it cools, solidifies, it makes that gray wacky whole again. How kind quartz. Now I can pass this with the discovery of gold. Is anyone interested in gold here? Oh yeah, this guy is like, let me in, coach. Well, before you take the polar plunge into this 38-degree water, we've never found gold in Portage Valley, so excavating those quartz veins is not going to make your family fortune. It's just going to cut off the bloodline right there. Now, all these waterfalls that we're seeing here were not here 2 days ago. I'm pretty sure you can see more of that iconic blue ice. But even from here, we can get a great scope and aspect of how large Portage Glacier is. We also might be noticing that it's not all a blue world out there. We've got more of that gray wacky rock in the center of the base of the glacier there. Now that's bedrock from the Kenai Mountains, and really up until the 90s, it was completely covered in ice. So just in the last 15 years or so, has it really been uncovered to the earth again? Has it been able to see the sky and feel the rain fall on its face there? So again, that bedrock was not here or was not uncovered as of before the 90s. Really, the mid-90s, early 90s is when they started to see that bedrock become exposed. Now we're also seeing medials out the right path. Well, you're going to want to find and follow those medial moraines. They'll not only provide traction while on that very slick ice, but they'll also provide insight into the cracks that we'll be able to see throughout the glacier. Now those cracks are called crevasses. And 99% of the time, if you fall into a crevasse, you are not going to back up again. They can lead to whole channels and chambers just throughout the ice. If you go into a crevasse, it may be that the ice shifts and your way out no longer exists. So again, if you wanted to cross a glacier, you want to find and follow those medial moraines. I also would suggest having extensive training in the right gear, but you know, tomato, tomato. Now some of you are thinking, well, this lady's as wacky as the gray wacky, because no, I don't want to cross the glacier. It's not on my bucket list. Never has been, never will be. Thank you very much. Well, look over here on our 9 o'clock side. We can see where all this weather is coming from, because we're seeing a low point in the Chugach Mountains. And this low point is called Portage Pass. Now, Portage Pass is a corridor for not only the weather, but also for migratory animals and birds, as well as the Chugach people. Because on the other side of Portage Pass is the town of Whittier, and beyond that is the Prince William Sound. Now, that's where the Chugach people were following marine wildlife into, following their food source into the sounds here. Now, as they kayak deeper and deeper into that sea of blue ice, will lead us to a new area, to a thriving enterprise where we can find those animals for not only the furs to keep them warm, but also for the food source. So the Chugach people actually climbed onto the glacier, following those medial moraines all the way down. Portage Glacier led them to the Turnagain Arm Cook Inlet area. Now this is where the Athabascan people have been calling home to it. You can follow in the footsteps of the Chugach people just by hiking up and over Portage Pass. It's a mile up to the top of the pass where you can see great views of Portage Glacier. And then you can drop down to the lake area here and skirt along the shoreline to get a closer look at Portage Glacier. Now this is just another way for you all to enjoy the Chugach National Forest, this natural wonder and home to our guardians, the glaciers. Now as we are getting closer and closer to Portage Glacier, I'm going to encourage everyone willing and able to grab those last few winter jackets and to head upstairs. Because this ice is, again, constantly moving, constantly shifting. And sometimes with the shift of that ice, it can break off the face of the glacier, which is what we call calving. Now calving is a very expressive sight, so it's best enjoyed outside. Again, if you are willing and able, let's all head upstairs and connect with Portage Glacier.
I'll get your picture on the Whittier. And then come over here, I'll get your picture on the Glacier. Stand over here, I'll get your picture. Don't worry, I got one upstairs, so.
Oh. Oh, she's in the picture now, huh?
Hold on, wait, the last one. I can't figure it out.
Now we can see that stream that's really flowing out from underneath that cave there. And that cave has only been created in the last maybe 3.5 weeks or so. So it has not been here all season. And those crevasses on the top arch of that cave, well, they're getting much deeper and much thicker there as far as the gap goes. So keep your eyes over there. It looks like we did have some activity because that ice right at the bottom of the glacier there was not there yesterday. So keep your eyes on the prize. Now, if you all are one of those people who can see all sorts of shapes out of the clouds, guess what? You can do that with the glacier. I'm currently seeing a dolphin. It's an ice dolphin. It's not a real dolphin, but in the ice there. So if you want to see it, come find me, because honestly, it's just too hard to describe. I'm also seeing a baseball mitt up there. So someone sees Godzilla. So there's everything out there. Monday, which means we are not on casual Friday, and you all look a little too casual. So it is time to ramp things up. It is they eat the ice? Raise your hand if you say yes. Because you can't have your cake and eat it too, right? You can't live in the ice and eat the ice. You'll constantly be looking for a new home. So we'll actually eat red algae, known as watermelon algae, that grow ice, as well as pollen that gets blown on. Folks may some ice were really afraid and scared. It is the snow bunting. It will soar down and gobble that ice worm up. They're one of the only known predators to the ice worm. Now, ironically enough, these ice worms are attracted to heat. So in the winter, way on down the center of the glacier where they're finding that relative ambient 32 degrees. And then, think about Fairbanks, because that's going to be, again, more interior. So it's relatively warm for the ice worms here.
than this one. Awesome. Awesome, man. This is great. I'm trailing on Exit Glacier Trail and heading, and this is the river. Oh, beautiful. It just can't get better than this. Okay, let me take the Okay, so I never thought that I will be able to do it. Walking on a trail to a glacier with the almost 15 pound of the weight, camera, lenses, some water, food. My back is creating problem, but let's see how. It's not. Earlier I had done that without any problem, so I should be able to do it. I think something to do with my weight. Okay, let me check. So the glacier was here in 1951. Beautiful. Okay. And look at the glacier. And I'm just yes, I'm about to touch it. I have to be very careful. I don't want to create an accident. Okay. So we are so close to the glacier. This is the Exit Glacier and I'm enjoying. I'm really enjoying. Only thing is back is hurting. I should be able to manage it. Let's see. It's really beautiful. I'm in the Kenai area and this is the Exit Glacier. And right behind me, and I need to be very careful not to fall or not to create a problem for myself. Okay, that's good. Okay, let's walk to the next area. That is my limit. I can't go closer than this. This is beautiful. Great. Okay. That is where the glacier is. Look at the glacier. Okay. Ah. It's awesome. Unbelievably beautiful, unbelievable. I do not know how to describe this. The glacier is just behind me, I think about 200 yards or more than 200 yards, maybe 500 yards. I do not know. It's really looking so beautiful from here. It's really fantastic, great. This is where the glacier was in 1961. I tell you, this is so. Let's walk and walk and walk and see how far we can go in search of glacier. Okay. It's so fascinating, so fascinating. Look at everything. They have made the things easy for us, so you don't have to wet your shoes. You need to be just careful. And the glacier overlook is on my right. Okay, they have provided the good signs. Okay, so that I don't get lost. Okay. What? I'm missing you, Ishika. You would have enjoyed all this. I'm really missing you. Sujata would have not come. Varun and Vaibhav, for them this is nothing. They can do it. But they will never come with me. But I'm missing you, Ishika. Ishanvi, are you listening? Huh? Okay, you can also make it. You are very tough girl, man. You are very, very tough girl. Let me look at the camera. And remember my precious dolls, Ishika and Ishanvi. I wish they would have been with me. Okay. Now look at the trail. I need to see. These are all the old where the glacier has receded. Look at all this was a glacier which is now receded, and we have to keep going in search of glacier, and it's so dangerous. But I'm not going to stop. So we are going in search of glacier. I'm climbing. Okay. Continuing with our glacier pursuit. What a wonderful place, and thanks to the National Park Service, they have made it possible by creating all these trails, which is so easy to walk. Next time I'll not carry weight because weight is making me more uncomfortable. Okay. Okay. I must know my limit. I can't do that. Hi.
Hello.
Okay. Yeah, let me come this side. Yeah. Actually, this is really steep and slippery, so I don't. Okay. And that down below is the river which was flowing out of glacier. Hi. Hello. Hi. Okay. How far to go? Let's see. Oh, it's really beautiful.
Want to get your picture?
Oh, loose rock, uneven terrain, and stay on the trail. Otherwise, you may have a situation which you may not be able to handle. So I need to be very, very careful because my balance is the problem. Okay. See, it is now going down. Oh, this is where the okay. Oh. Look at that. I'm going to go all the way. I'm going to go all the way. So we are now almost very close to the glacier. Very, very close. Okay, but this has become very dangerous now. Very dangerous. Unbelievable. Okay. It's literally unbelievable. It's so good. So good. Okay, and this is where the ice is flowing. Okay. Okay. So where the okay. And oh, and this is how when the glacier melt and the river form. Okay, this is how the glacier melt and the river form. Okay. Okay. I'm so excited. I decided to go further, which was normally I would have not done it, but this was a wonderful opportunity I will never get in life, to go slow, so close to a glacier. Okay, so I decided to take this final step also. Okay. Okay. Yes. Just few meters only, or few yards. Look at the reward. And look at the reward. Wow. Awesome. Awesome. I just could not believe that I made it. It's awesome. It's nothing but the awesome. So this is the final limit. You can't go beyond that depth. They have put the rope and no one is allowed to go beyond that. 10 to call it a day and go. This is the final one. It just can't get better than this. It just can't get better than this. Unbelievable. Look at that. So good. So if I would have come in 2010, glacier would have been here. So 2019, it has gone by almost another 200 feet. Okay, now let me be very careful while going down so that I don't create a problem for me. Long way to go to Alabama. Okay, so that's it. Let's call it a day. I don't have enough of this. You always feel to have more and more. this. More and more of this. Okay. Since 2005, the glacier was up to this point. So 2005 here, 2010. So this is really receding. Okay. And let me take few more pictures.
picture.